Hi guys, it's Dylan from Bijou Diamond Jewellery in London with the next video in our diamond series of videos, and today we're looking at the different grading houses for diamonds. This video is going to look mainly at GIA and EGL, but we'll also include some other diamond certificate houses in there as well, diamond grading houses, but the main focus today is going to be GIA versus EGL. So as with all my other videos, let's go back in time and look at the history of grading diamonds. And we're going to go back to around the 1800s. Around the 1800s was when we first started to grade diamonds, but the grading method was different all around the world. There was a series of letters or numbers, but everywhere in the world had a different way of grading a diamond. So there was no uniform or globally uniform way of grading a diamond, and that made international trading of diamonds quite difficult. And it kind of stayed like this for a long time. In fact, not until the 1920s, around the 1930s, did this change. And that was when Robert Shipley, who's an American jeweler, decided that he'd had enough of not really knowing what he was buying from different parts of the world. And he thought, I must create a globally uniform or standard way of grading diamonds. That no matter where you were in the world, it was exactly the same diamond that you were buying in Europe and America, in Egypt, in Russia, etc., etc. It was the same everywhere. So in 1931, Robert Shipley founded the Gemological Institute of America, and that was his grading house, his certificate house basically, to grade diamonds. It wasn't until a few years later on that he actually developed his way in which, or his standard way of grading diamonds. It wasn't actually until kind of the 40s where he invented the 4Cs, but really it wasn't later until the 50s when he actually made that a standard way of grading diamonds, the 4Cs. And then in 1955, he created his first diamond certificate. So that concludes the history on diamond grading and how to grade a diamond. GIA, or Gemological Institute of America, has remained the most important and respected diamond grading house even since Robert Shipley invented it back in 1931. Today it still is the most respected way to grade a diamond. And I'm going to go on to that in a little bit, but one of my focuses for today's video is actually going to be comparing GIA and other certificate houses and how they grade diamonds and how they differ in their gradings. Okay, so some notable houses or grading houses that have come about since the formation of GIA all those years ago is EGL, IGI, AnchorCert. There's all sorts of different other companies out there that you can look up online. So really I want to show you their different standards when it comes to grading a diamond, because these diamond houses treat diamonds completely separately to one another in their own individual ways. So I want to show you two diamonds now that are certified by two different houses, and you can see how they actually look different even though they are exactly the same certificates. So these two diamonds that I'm showing you on screen now both have an H color and they both have a VS1 clarity grade. We can see the clarity grade is going to be quite difficult for me to show you on camera. You really need like a 10 times loop to be able to see that close, but we're just going to ignore the clarity grade for this one because it's just too hard for me to show you. The much easier factor for me to show you is actually the color of the diamonds. So if we turn them upside down now, we can see the color much easier in this position against this white background. And you can see that the diamond on the left, which is our GIA diamond, is much whiter than the EGL diamond that we have on the right hand side. Even though they've both been awarded an H color, the GIA diamond looks at least 2 color grades whiter. Like I said, the clarity is quite hard for me to compare here, but the color is very obvious. Something you can see from the front view now, if we look at the top of the stone, is just how much more lively and whiter the GIA diamond looks. And also, it does actually spread much larger, even though they were both awarded the exact same symmetry, polish and cut grade of triple excellent, and also that they're this exact same carat weight of 1.01 carats. Okay, so you've seen those two diamonds now, and you can see how completely different they really are in terms of their looks. And actually it's very common for EGL and IGI diamonds to be 1 or 2 places higher than they really should be on their grading scales. So for example, with color, if we took the same diamond and took it to GIA, they'd probably rate that diamond an F color, let's say. If we took that same diamond and took it to IGI or EGL, they'd probably rate that diamond a D or E color. So it's usually 1 or 2 grades better than it really should be. And this is where it gets really interesting, because diamond traders will use this as a technique to get more money for their diamonds. And this is where these certificate houses really lure you in. And there's kind of techniques that diamond traders will use to basically get the most for their diamonds that they can possibly get. Possibly one of the biggest things that people notice about EGL and IGI diamonds versus GIA diamonds is that the discounts of EGL diamonds and IGI diamonds is far greater than you can get from a GIA diamond, which makes them cheaper. If we took a D flawless diamond from IGI or EGL and took another D flawless diamond from GIA, the GIA diamond would be much more expensive than the EGL diamond. The EGL diamond offers you a much better discount. So in a way, it looks like you're getting much more for your money, but actually it's not. Because in fact, like I said before, that EGL diamond has been overrated. They've been too generous with their gradings on that diamond. So it shouldn't be awarded like that D flawless rating. Actually, that probably would be about an F, or an F color, maybe VS1 or VVS2 clarity grade. And that's pretty common for us to see them placed about 2 places too kind on the grading scale from EGL and IGI and other certificate houses versus GIA. People often think they can't afford a GIA diamond when actually they're overpaying for the IGI diamond or EGL diamond that they choose instead. And the reason is because EGL and IGI diamonds are graded too kindly and bumped up the scale too much. You actually are paying for a D flawless diamond when actually it's an FVS2 diamond or FVS1 diamond. So you end up paying much more than you should do. To better explain it, I'm going to take an example now. Let's say that we take the diamond that's on screen now and it's just freshly been cut from the mine, and we take it to EGL and GIA to have it certified. We can take the exact same diamond and take it to both of those houses. If we take it now to GIA, they perhaps would award that diamond an F color and VS1 clarity grade, just for argument's sake. Now if we took that same diamond and took it to EGL to ask them to grade it, it probably would get awarded a D or an E color and probably a VVS1, VVS2 clarity grade. So if we took that example that we looked at just there, you'd actually pay a lot more for that diamond with an EGL certificate with it than you would from GIA, because the price for that EGL diamond would be much more expensive because of the grades they've given it versus the lower grades that GIA has given it. So the actual truth of it is that the GIA diamonds are usually cheaper because you're actually getting truly what you're paying for. So to conclude the video, it's really important when looking at diamonds that really you should just look, if possible, only at GIA diamonds. And that's why we at Bijou Diamond Jewellery only deal with GIA certified diamonds, because GIA represents the actual true grading for that specific stone. You're also not overpaying for that diamond, you're paying the correct market value for that stone. And also, if you ever needed to sell that diamond in the future, whatever piece of jewellery you have, you're more likely to be able to sell it for a better price if it has a GIA certificate with it. If you'd like to learn more about the 4 C's that go into the grading of diamonds and how diamonds are graded, then go check out our other videos in this series where we look at each of the 4 C's individually and break each one down. As I always say in our diamond series of videos, it's really important that you enlist the help of an experienced jeweler like ourselves to find diamonds for you and create pieces of jewelry, because we see several diamonds a day, we know exactly what we're looking for, and we see every single stone in person as well. And as always, if you're interested in any of the pieces mentioned in this video, then don't hesitate to contact us. Our details are in the description, and also at the end of this video, it'd be a pleasure to create something special for you.